Shalom. Welcome to LJ Spurs Chat. Just thought I'd do a quick one this afternoon. People are asking me why I don't come on straight after the games. The reason is when I see a game like the Bayern Munich one, I do get the ump still, even after all these years. And I think you've got to leave it a day or two to recollect your thoughts. Otherwise, I'm just going to come on here and spout a load of angry bullshit and nonsense. So bear with me sometimes if there's a bad performance, Spurs fans. Anyway, well, it was what we expected, wasn't it? But how should we look at it? One side is we lost 4-0 to a very good Bayern side, a Kane goal which was offside, and 3 amazing goals which we couldn't do much about. I've got to say, even though Kane's goal was offside, he still got it. He wanted the first touching goal, brilliant goal. Anyway, all we can admit, we were completely outplayed, and the players which are needed, this performance bravely proved it. Worrying for me is we were 2-0 down, and then Bayern put on their youth team and scored another 2. Good points. Kudus looked dangerous. Most of the time he got the ball, and to be honest, was our only bright spark. None of the Bayern goals were where they ripped out defence to shreds. They were very good goals. The 3 goals was absolutely. I mean, normally in a game you let in one worldie, don't you? But let's be honest, those 3 goals was all worldies. Couldn't do nothing about it. Negatives. I think you all know what I'm going to say. Absolutely useless, toothless, disastrous up front. Richarlison, very poor. Missed a sitter from a terrific Pedro cross. Surely it was easier to edit on target than wide. If a bid comes in for Richarlison, I reckon you've got to take it, Spurs fans. I really do. He's never going to be good enough. Johnson, as usual, does nothing. Oh, but he scores the goals. Yes, he did last season because he was one of the few non-victims of the Ange system. But what else does he do? Absolutely nothing. Tell. Do you know what? I done a bit of homework the other day, and I was adding up the loan fees, etc., etc. And eventually, he actually cost us 50 million quid. 50 million quid. I'm sorry, he's young. He's not ready yet. He's not ready. Odebear, Frank loves him apparently, but on this performance, how much longer? And I don't want to be too harsh because I think Spencer's been magnificent for us, but he was awful against Bayern. One of the goals was his fault for losing possession. I don't want to be too hard on him because he won't be playing teams like Bayern every week. But we are back in the Champions League, and a left back is urgently required, a quality left back, in my opinion. It was a disaster with the Spurs fans. So, how many of you out there agree with me that unless we buy soon, we're in big trouble? Why on earth haven't we gone in for Eze? I seem to say that every video. Him on the left, Kudos on the right would be cushy. Also, we've got to get another striker. We've got to get another striker. When Dom comes back, give him the service. He will score. He can't do it all in his own. And I do worry about Kudos because I think in the team what's playing well, in the team is winning, he'll be good. But as you can see at the last season with West Ham, when West Ham were crap, he sort of down tools. And if he keeps going past a couple of players, whipping it in, nothing, he's going to get the ump. He is. And I don't blame him really, but admittedly, he shouldn't down tools. Links yesterday that we might be interested in Jackson from Chelsea. I just don't know what to say about that, to be honest. Is it better than what we got? Is it a case of beggars can't be choosers? I don't know. Leaving the board, all I know is that they've got to act now because we're going to get spanked in the Super Cup next week, and in the league we're going to struggle again. People asking me about Polinia, moaning about Polinia, give away a penalty. Listen, first game in ages for the man. He gave away a penalty, and the same situation as this Duquesne goal. If VAR had looked at that, it wouldn't have been a penalty. He did go for it, but then pulled his leg back, so it wasn't a penalty. I think he done okay. Surely, I don't understand how these so-called fans can judge him already. The man needs matches. Give him a chance. Jesus, Fans have been calling out for a quality number 6 for so long. We finally got some. Give them a bit of time, people. So what's going on? What is going on in the window? I just don't understand what is going on. I really don't. We are in big trouble, Spurs fans. I'm not panicking. We're in big trouble. People keep saying Lange keeps his cards close to his chest. So a transfer could come out of nothing, like the Kudos one, like the Morgan Gibbs White one, even though it didn't finish. But I really hope so, because we are minimum 2 players is needed right now. And I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to say this every single season. For as long as I can remember, we are 3-4 only quality players away from being able to challenge, but this board just doesn't seem to give a shit. It actually doesn't. And I see that chains for Spurs are apparently going to announce another demonstration. I'll come on to that later because I've got my own views on that. But this season, if we don't buy anyone, Spurs fans, it's going to be another long season without the sweetener of winning a cup. That is what I can see at the moment. Moving on to Thomas Frank, he said after the Bayern game, I think we played a very good Bayern team that performed very well tonight. We obviously didn't perform as good, so that was a bad combination. And I think we lacked energy, and we can't play without energy against a team like Bayern. Well, why aren't we playing with any energy then? I don't think it's because the players didn't want to do it. We've seen it with plenty of energy against Arsenal and Newcastle, which was good. So I think it's definitely a game we can learn a lot from. It's a team that will compete for the Champions League title that we play today. There's bits we'll definitely learn from this game. I think we played a game where there are a lot of factors already. So I think right now we'll watch it back calmly while not making too many conclusions now. Surely the conclusion's got to be at the top, Spurs fans. But we learn every day on the training pitch. He carries on. Every match we learn. So we definitely learned today. We're not at a top consistency yet. Hopefully that's what we will build towards. Obviously, he's going to be without James Maddison now. And he said, I think that's devastating news for the team and for James Maddison. No doubt that we will miss him and he will miss us. So right now, we just need to get through the first difficult spell under the surgery. And then in a few weeks after that, there'll be a little light that turns on and then he can work forward, he said. He also provided an update on Solanke, Udogie and Kulu's injuries. I think it's different cases. I think Dom is quite soon that he'll be available. Destiny will know more about in the next couple of days. In terms of how it looks in detail for Kulu, he is out for a long time, which I spoke about before, said Frank. He hoped that Solanke would be fit for the start of the season. And on Udogie, he added, I'm not worried. We'll just know more in a couple of days. Well, for me, Spurs fans, back on this again. Spurs were looking for a new number 10 before James Maddison got injured. Hence why they went for Morgan Gibbs White. So why aren't they getting someone? Thomas Frank did say, I think we are definitely in the market in general. Of course, when players get a long-term injury, we need to look into that. But generally, we are in the market, yes. When asked if anyone was close, he added, nobody feels close or far away. I'm not saying anything before there's anything that is completely 100%. Do you know what? I'm getting right fed up of it. I really am getting fed up of it. As each day passes, the more worried I get, and I'm proper worried about it. I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, hello, Bing guy. Right, I'm getting really frustrated, and I'm just saying. This is why I'm doing this little video this afternoon. Normally, I don't do many afternoons, but each hour passes. Yeah, they are, mate. They don't give a shit. They absolutely don't give a shit. You've got Eberechi Eze there waiting. Who would kill two birds with one stone. He can play left, he can play central. Nothing. Just go out and get him. You're in a desperate situation. What is going on? Is it, how do you pronounce that man? Vihailovic, is it? The Juventus forward, 20 million. Get him in. You've got to get players in. Do you know what? The forward line we've got at the moment wouldn't even compete in the Championship. How have we got in this mess? A few links. Paratici has contacted Bologna apparently to facilitate a deal for Brian Gill. They're keen on the player. Tottenham are willing to loan with an option to buy. The option would then become a permanent deal if conditions are met. This may include Brian Gill signing a contract extension first. I think it's, but do you know what? I think it's Ben Davies is the longest serving player. And then I do believe it's Brian Gill. How? That says it all to me. As I said earlier, Nick Jackson from Chelsea is linked. They value him at 80 million. Spurs apparently going to bid 60. In 2023-24, he had 35 games, 14 goals, 5 assists. Last season, 30 games, 10 goals, 5 assists. I don't rate him. But, and I can't believe I'm saying this, at this moment in time, you're going to have to go and get him, aren't you? You're going to have to go and get, because you need someone. We're absolutely desperate. Links have continued as well and gathering momentum about Grealish. Everton were the favourites for it, but apparently it said today and last night that Grealish would prefer to come to Tottenham. Again, it's a lot of money because I think City want us to pay all the wages, but at a minute, can beggars be choosers? Just get him in. But don't play him on the left, please. Put him in the number 10 role. He's wasted. Worryingly, Thomas Frank says he would prefer to wait to sign quality players that improve the squad rather than just signing players for the sake of adding depth, along with also outlining his plans to build a side that can last the long haul and be competitive straight away. We want to see if we can add quality. We don't want to sign players we don't think can really improve the squad. I will want to wait. We have talented players who can grow. I want to build something that can last. We need to think longer term, but we need to compete now. Well, we're not going to compete now, Thomas. And I'm sick to death of hearing we've got to build for the long term or projects or patience. I'm sick of it, mate. Sick of it. But you've got a feel for Thomas Frank as the pre-season he's done. Them comments there, he's probably got to say. So I'm not going to have a go at him. He's got to say that. But you've got to feel for him because as pre-season is basically done. He's not had any players brought in really except Kudos. When will this board learn to get players in early so the manager can bed them in, get him used to what he wants, whoever the manager is, etc., etc. Time after time, we are speaking about the same thing when it comes to transfers with this club. I really hope I'm made to eat my words before the window shuts. Yeah, he is. Yeah, 100% he is. He's got to say them things. I said, I really, really hope that I'm made to eat humble pie, but I'm not holding my breath. We are very short, worryingly short at this moment in time. Tell Odegaard, Richie to name just 3 are just not good enough. I've said before, they're not even good for Championship. I'll say about the change for Tottenham. I'm not going to knock them. I think what they've done is good. But please listen to what I'm saying. The only way that you are going to succeed is wait until there's a big game live on Sky next season. And do not go into the ground for the first 15 minutes. Protesting outside is all well and good. Getting the numbers is all well and good. Respect you, James, for Tottenham for trying. But can you imagine, let's just say for argument's sake, Spurs with Man United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium live on Sky. Right? You're all outside the ground, blah, blah, blah. And then no Spurs fan goes into the ground for 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes. Can you think of the publicity, the bad publicity that the club would get? Could you imagine it? This would make the board think because it would upset. It's shown worldwide, the Premier League, and it'd upset the sponsors. For example, the NFL would be straight on Levy's case. You know what I mean? Because they don't want any bad publicity. We haven't got any ambition, have we? Do you know what I mean? But we have got to raise this protest now. I mean, I'd like to say don't go in for the first half, but I do understand people pay a lot of money for their tickets. But I can honestly say, hands on heart, even if I had a season ticket and someone said to me, Lou, don't go in for the first half out, mate. But I wouldn't go in. Truthfully, I wouldn't. I know it's easy for me to say, but I generally wouldn't go in. Do you know what I mean? Because the publicity. Levy, you could say he won't give a shit because he's still getting the money in, etc., etc. But he would for the publicity. Can you imagine it? The whole Spurs lot is empty. Then they would get the cameras to go outside and have a look. Then they'd start interviewing them on Sky, and he's gonna have to do something. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here today and have a bit of a whinge. I'm a bit depressed about it all. Only Spurs can take you from up there winning Europa League and down there within a couple of months. It's a joke, mate. Absolute joke. We're in trouble, man. We are in big trouble. The defence, the keepers, Paulinho will be a good signing. He's looking to make us more solid, ain't he? So I can see us drawing a few more games because under Ange we hardly drew any, but it's just up top is rubbish. It's absolute shit. And I think everyone's getting fed up with it, ain't they? So yeah, bit of a rant today in the afternoon here, so 2:15. I'm hoping that over the weekend something will come out. If not, Spurs fans, let's just keep praying. That's all we can do is keep praying. Until next time, shalom. I wish you all the best. Come on, you Spurs.